So you're rolling away from a stop sign, just creeping along at about 4 or 5 miles an hour, and your truck makes that weird clunk, squeak, or groan. Yeah, not exactly confidence-inspiring. Hey folks, Tom here from Car Justify, and I've seen this one more times than I can count. In my shop, it's practically a weekly guest star. Now, noises right after a full stop at low speeds can come from a few different culprits. But the good news is most of them are pretty straightforward to track down. The trick is figuring out if it's coming from the brakes, the suspension, or even the driveline. I know, that sounds like half the truck, but hang with me, we'll narrow it down. If it's more of a squeak or chirp, first thing I'd check is the brakes. At those low speeds, the brake pads can drag just a bit if they're worn unevenly or if there's a bit of rust on the rotors. It's like your truck's whispering, hey, I'm still holding on. If it goes away after a few stops, that's usually surface rust burning off. If it stays, could be time to clean and grease the caliper slide pins, or maybe replace the pads. Now, if it's a solid clunk or thunk right as you start rolling, that can be a suspension or driveline thing. One classic example is worn suspension bushings, little rubber cushions that keep metal parts from smacking into each other. When they wear out, you get that low-speed thud as everything shifts. I had a buddy's Silverado in here last week that sounded like it was carrying a bowling ball in the front end. Turned out to be just a tired lower control arm bushing. Another sneaky cause? Slip yoke binding on the drive shaft. On rear-wheel drive trucks, when you stop, the drive shaft compresses a little into the transmission. If that slip yoke's dry or rusty, it'll stick, then release with a clunk when you roll forward. Little dab of the right grease in there can make it vanish like magic. And yes, I've seen folks swap entire transmissions before realizing it was just that. Don't forget wheel bearings, although at these speeds they usually growl more than clunk. If you jack up the wheel and give it a wiggle side to side, there shouldn't be any play. If there is, well, there's your noisemaker. Here's a quick way to play detective. Next time it happens, lightly ride the brakes as you roll away. If the noise changes or disappears, it's probably brake related. If it doesn't change, start thinking suspension or driveline. Oh, and always check for loose lug nuts. Sounds silly, but you'd be amazed how often that's the fix. So, to recap. Brake squeaks, check pads, rotors, and caliper slides. Clunks, look at suspension bushings or the drive shaft slip yoke. Growls, inspect those wheel bearings. It's all about isolating the sound, one suspect at a time. Alright, that's it from me. Keep your truck happy, and it'll keep you rolling. If this helped you track down that mystery noise, hit that like button and subscribe for more driveway-friendly car tips. And drop your own weird noise stories in the comments. I love hearing the strange stuff trucks get up to.